From Interior Alaska's most trusted news source, this is the Fbx Evening News.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. Our top story tonight, public hearings are scheduled to begin tomorrow in Fairbanks and North Pole for the draft environmental impact statement.
Now the EIS is on the proposal to relocate the 18th Aggressor Squadron from its Interior Alaskan base, Eielson Air Force Base, to Anchorage's Joint Base Elmdorf-Richardson. The meetings will be held at the Westmark Hotel and Conference Center tomorrow at 6 p.m. and Wednesday at the North Pole Worship Center at 6 p.m. as well. The public comment period offers the opportunity for interested citizens and stakeholders to provide their input to the Air Force to help shape its decision. The final environmental impact statement and record of decision are expected in fall of 2013.
Well, no decision has been made on the proposed move from Eielson to J-Bear, and we will consider all the comments received during our comment period so that we can make an informed decision. We have individuals that have prepared the document that will be in attendance, as well as representatives from Pacific Air Forces, and they'll be there to provide a briefing and information on the EIS, as well as present a few posters that will be available for the public to view.
Also, as of yesterday, the 18th Aggressor Squadron resumed flying after being grounded due to sequestration. According to General Mark Kelly, the 354th Fighter Wing commander, the jets will be flying at a reduced rate. The restoration of flying hours at this point is only through October 1st.
Firefighters are continuing to fight the Stewart Creek 2 wildfire and subsequent smaller fires that were created by it on Sunday. Earlier this month, an evacuation watch was placed in the areas of Chena Hot Springs Road, miles 16 to 27, which was later upgraded to an actual evacuation order. Once that was lifted, the watch did remain in effect until last evening. However, a new watch was issued for mile 27 to 39 further down the road due to areas of uncontrolled fire that threatened the particular area. The news center spoke to the incident public affairs officer from California regarding the spot fires yesterday.
Yesterday, when it was backing towards the Chena River, late afternoon, we had some stronger winds out of the southwest, and that pushed a few spot fires late yesterday, about 8 o'clock, over the river, one of them which is about 5 acres. They were able to get on it right away with helicopter drops last night. And then another spot fire was about 30 acres. We originally reported 50, but we've gotten a better assessment. Both those we've been hitting really hard with the air tankers and helicopters all day, and they haven't moved. And we've since inserted some hotshot crews by helicopter into those sites, and they're pretty sure they'll have the 5-acre spot fire contained today, and they're actually starting work on the larger 30-acre, and we think we're going to have a good shot at catching that.
Also beginning tonight, the Alaska Interagency Coordination Center will be hosting a Firewise Film Night. The purpose is to help interior residents to learn to be more prepared in case of a wildfire. The films will be shown today through Thursday, beginning at 6 p.m. and ending at 7:45 p.m. The locations shown on your screen for the Firewise Film Nights include the North Pole Fire Station, Pleasant Valley Community Center, and Skinny's Inn, mile 328 of the Parks Highway.
Okay, cooler weather today, so hopefully that's helping the firefighting effort. Mike Schultz joins us now with our first look. Mike.
Yeah, what a difference a day makes. Yesterday we could about low 80s. Today we're struggling to get to 70 degrees. More clouds and more moisture moving in. Looking for some rain to start developing by tomorrow afternoon. We'll tell you more about that in just a little bit. Temperatures around the interior right now, once again, very consistent. A little warmer down around Delta Junction. A little more sunshine there, but cloudy skies are keeping the temperatures right around the upper 60s. Just wherever you look, and out to the west is the same situation there. 66 degrees in Nenana. Quite a bit warmer in Denali Park, 76 degrees. Obviously no clouds there. In the lower 48, it's hot and humid over the eastern half of the country once again. A real heat wave going on there. We'll tell you all about that and talk about that rain that's coming our way later on with the weather. Stephanie, Daryl?
So yes, it has cooled down a lot.
Yeah,
that's
considerably.
Yes, that's good. All right, well, when we come back, the federal government is opening a disaster recovery center in Fairbanks for those affected by spring flooding.
Also, more on the Alaska Railroad. Those stories are next. Stay with us. Welcome back to the Fairbanks Evening News. The federal government is opening a disaster recovery center here in Fairbanks for those affected by spring flooding. The Federal Emergency Management Agency and U.S. Small Business Administration will operate the center starting today. Now, the center is located in the Alaska Club building off the old Richardson Highway in Suite 202. President Barack Obama last month declared a federal disaster for spring flooding in parts of Alaska. The declaration makes funding available for emergency work and repairs. A disaster center is already open in Galena. SBA spokeswoman Cynthia Cowell says the Fairbanks Center will help serve people who are farther upriver but are currently evacuated in the Fairbanks area. Cowell spoke about what types of loans they can provide to people who have been affected.
We can offer up to $200,000 for homeowners to make repairs to their homes. For homeowners and renters, we can offer up to $40,000 to replace personal property, and that includes motor vehicles. And for businesses, we can lend up to $2 million, both for physical damage to a business and also if they sustain economic injury. They may not have had any physical damage at all, but if their customer base has evacuated or they're just not coming in, that can be devastating for a small business.
The Alaska Railroad has been a major influence to the Alaska economy since its inception 90 years ago. The railroad has 51 locomotives, employs more than 600 people, and transports close to 50,000 passengers a year, along with more than 6 million tons of freight. The chief operating officer for the Alaska Railroad told an audience of business leaders today that the railroad would continue to serve the state efficiently with a special focus on several projects, including one that will have a major impact on the interior. One specific project is moving along at a very brisk pace and will benefit the military in particular.
But certainly one of the most visible is the Tanana River access, which is part of our northern rail extension, and that's up in just outside of Fairbanks here, where we're building a 3,300-foot bridge across the Tanana River. And it's been almost a $190 million project that is on time, is on budget, and we're looking to complete it in the summer to fall of 2014 timeframe.
Anyone can get spider or varicose veins, but certain risk factors can make them more likely to form. News Center 11's Monty Bowen takes a look at the problem in this week's Health Report.
Vein problems often run in families. If your parents had them, odds are you will too. There are any number of symptoms that would indicate that a person might have such problems.
If you have pain in your legs or swelling at the end of the day, that's a tip-off. If you have leg cramps at night, that can be a tip-off. If you have ulcers in your legs, those are all reasons that you should be evaluated.
What you do can also be a factor.
If you're always on your feet, if you're a nurse, if you're a sales clerk, if you're on your feet, the back pressure in those problem veins combines with your problem genetics and makes it worse.
The problem is caused by valves in the veins that fail.
These valves are one-way valves. They're supposed to open to allow blood to flow through. They're supposed to close so that when you're standing, blood can't backflow. And in 20 to 30% of the population, these valves have failed. The veins have widened for various reasons, and the valves become incompetent.
That means when you are standing or sitting, the blood tries to go back down.
When you get extra pressure in your legs, and that causes pain or swelling.
It used to take major surgery to remove problem veins.
Now we can treat a patient here in the morning at 8 o'clock and they can go back to work at 10.
People wanting more information can call the Laser Vein Center in Fairbanks. Monty Bowen, News Center 11.
The Health Report is brought to you by the Ear, Nose, and Throat Clinic, located in the Medical Dental Arts Building. Call 456-7768.
Joe, Stephanie was telling me about some pretty interesting sports that she tried out.
Oh yeah.
I'm excited to see this. Yeah. You guys should be too. It's good stuff.
Yeah, we're going to have some Gold Panthers baseball to talk about, as well as some UAF sports news. But right after the break, you will see me and Miss Amber Vasca do some wheel events. Would I succeed or fail? Put up your bets during the break as we get ready for WEO 2013.
What should I bet?
Hello, Interior Alaska. Joe Cook here in a sports seat for you, bringing you some KTVF sports this Tuesday evening. Today, I got into the WIO spirit. I tried my hand at some of the events the athletes will be competing in for the 52nd anniversary of the World Eskimo Indian Olympic Games, which start tomorrow morning at the Carlson Center. My coach, Amber Vasca, helped me out. Take a look. These are some amazing events, so I thought, why not try it? I contacted Amber Vasca, who is a pro. Vasca placed as high as second in the 2-foot high kick at WIO and is the defending kneel jump champion, her specialty.
In the kneel jump, you start on your knees and you try to jump as far forward as you can, landing on your feet. When you're ice fishing, in case the ice broke, you'll have to jump up as fast as you can.
The 15 competitive events at WIO represent something significant to Native customs and the survival of their ancestors. Vasca really loves this time of year.
You get to see your friends every year, no matter what. Everyone all over Alaska comes. And then also it's my one way to enjoy my Native culture. I know everything about the games and I can do them, so it's the one way that I can enjoy my culture.
All right, so now me and Amber, we're gonna try our hand at some events, or maybe I'm gonna try. So let's get started. First up was the 2-foot high kick, and it took me 2 attempts. Hey, not bad. We did the Canadian style high kick, and that only took me 2 attempts as well. I think I'm getting it.
You can start either on the ground or up, but I like to start on the ground. And you just swing yourself up, kick with this foot, and land without touching the floor.
I like how you make it sound so simple.
The Alaskan style high kick took some doing, but I got it in 2 attempts as well. I think I'm going on the wheel, baby. Yes. But then we tried the one-hand reach. And that was one event I just could not do. I'm just gonna leave that one to the professionals.
Well, I had a great time with Miss Vasca, the WIO Games extraordinaire. I tried my hand. I didn't quite get all of the events, but I tried my best. You can see the sweat for proof. But I had a great time, and good luck in WIO 2013.
Thank you.
All right. So I'm still going to practice that one-hand reach at home or something. I'm going to get that one day. But Rio starts tomorrow at 11 a.m. with the toe kick finals. The final day is this Saturday. Day sessions are free. Evening sessions are $10 for adults and $8 for students and elders. And after taking a loss in their last game of the 7-game homestand to the Glacier Pilots on Sunday, the Alaska Gold Panthers dropped 2 games in 2 days. However, this one was really close. And last night's game in Anchorage against the Bucks in the top of the 9th, the Bucks had a 2-0 lead. And with 2 outs, David Edwards hits a solo home run, his 4th of the season, which is tied for first in the ABL, to make it a 2-1 game. But it wasn't enough to engineer a late rally as the Bucks get the 2-1 win. Andrew Sopko threw a complete game with 5 Ks for the Bucks. Colin Ferguson hit a home run and had an RBI for the Bucks as well. The Gold Panthers now have a 1-game lead on the Mat-Su Miners for first in the ABL. Alaska now heads to Kenai for a 4-game series against the Kenai Peninsula Oilers before the ABL Showcase and the All-Star break. And today, the UAF rifle team announced a new addition to their team. A junior Olympian, Dan Gear, out of Colorado Springs, Colorado, signed a national letter of intent to join the Naniks this fall. He will be a freshman, and this kid can just flat out shoot. Gear was a silver medalist, lost the gold to UAF's most outstanding athlete, Ryan Anderson, in the air rifle, 3-position small bore, and 60-shot prone disciplines. Gear is an overall NRA regional champion and a President's 100 member. The Naniks finished 4th at the 2013 NCAA Rifle Championships earlier this year and will enter their first season in the newly formed Patriot Rifle Conference. And in more Naniks news, the cross-country teams received academic awards from the GNAC. The women's cross-country team had the top GPA of any team in the conference with a 3.7 GPA, the second academic team champion title in a row for the women's cross-country team. The men's cross-country team was narrowly behind St. Martin's with a 3.45 GPA for second in cross-country. Both teams placed athletes on the U.S. Track and Field and Cross Country Coaches Association all-academic team with Allison McFeeters, Raphael Sieber, and Ross McDowell. 69 of the GNAC's 112 teams had GPAs of at least 3.0.
And that'll do it for sports tonight. Thanks for rocking with me for a little while. For more KTVS Sports, just go to Twitter, YouTube, webster11.com, and you can get our mobile app. Stay cool, Alaska. Mike Schultz has your full weather forecast coming up next. We'll catch you next time.
Hey, welcome back in, everyone, to the Fbx Evening News. Mike Schultz with you once again, taking a look at that weather. And we were talking earlier about clouds and moisture moving in, the cooler temperatures. We're looking at that to become really in earnest by tomorrow afternoon with more rain expected. Here's our photograph for tonight, a very beautiful shot sent in by Emily Shigetti from the area, the Fairbanks area, and she sent in a picture of the airport lagoon from the backside. Never saw that before, but that's a nice photograph. If you have a photograph to send in, by all means, send it to Mike Schultz at ktvf11.com. What's going on as far as the numbers go? Well, our high today, only 70 degrees. Right now, it's 68. Cloudy skies and a low last night of 61. The record high 91 in 1918, down to 39 in 1905. And your sunrise and sunset works out to 19 hours and 50 minutes of daylight, a loss of 6 minutes from yesterday. Here's our latest satellite and radar. We were looking last night at the showers and clouds moving in from the southwest. They're getting a little stronger now, but still around the Fairbanks area, just a few spits here and there, so nothing really expected tonight. But here comes the main energy thrust coming in from the southwest, and it's always good for us to get a pretty good area of rainfall moving in. What's going on across the rest of the state? Well, over southeast Alaska, skies have cleared out. It's mostly sunny for the most part. And the same across the Gulf of Alaska. Here comes the rain moving in from the southwest. 51 degrees and cloudy and foggy conditions at Nome. Some showers up on the North Slope at Barrow 57 and Fort Yukon 70 and partly cloudy. Lower 48 weather, we're talking hot temperatures again around the Salt Lake City area, 97 degrees, 82 in Denver, Dallas at 89 degrees, thunderstorms there. Over the eastern half of the country, the heat wave continues there. 96 degrees in Washington, D.C., and thunderstorms across the southeastern portions of the country. On the satellite and radar, you can see a lot of moisture across the southern half of the country, stretching all the way up to the northern Rockies, and then over the eastern sections looking pretty clear, and that is resulting in very hot temperatures. Tomorrow it's going to feel like 105 all over New York, down to Washington, D.C., 110. That's because you're combining the heat and humidity together, so it's very, very uncomfortable. And later on this week, the jet stream will continue to stay way to the north and really way to the north over the northwest part of the country, bringing in hot air over the western half of the country once again. Well, back to Alaska for tomorrow in the northern section, scattered showers for Barrow, rain and fog in Nome, and cloudy skies for Fort Yukon. Here in the interior, we'll be looking at mostly cloudy skies with showers and smoke for the Fairbanks area, showers in the Healy area. Over the southeastern sections, partly cloudy skies at Juneau, with more clouds expected for Ketchikan. While out to the southwest, it looks like chance of rain for Cold Bay, partly cloudy for Kodiak, and rain likely for Bethel. And if you're heading down the Anchorage Bowl, looks like maybe isolated showers for Anchorage, partly cloudy at Valdez, and cloudy skies in Homer. Here's your forecast for the Fairbanks area for the remainder of the night, 56 degrees. Not as warm as last night. Some isolated showers are still possible. Tomorrow's forecast, 73 degrees with scattered showers by evening. And the extended forecast, again, temperatures very consistent all the way across the board in the low 70s, but there should be this time of year. And we'll have off and on showers into the weekend. But right now it looks like it's going to be okay for the parade and also for the regatta, red-green regatta on Sunday. Temperatures are still going to be right around 70 degrees, overnight lows in the low 50s.
Yeah.
But good for the firefighters.
Good for the firefighters.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe not so good for parade, or is it too early to tell?
That's really too tell right now.
Yeah?
We'll be optimistic and say it looks pretty good.
Okay.
I'll bring a rain jacket just in case.
Umbrella.
An umbrella.
One thing I don't miss about back home is that hot and humidity. I saw that on the map. I said, okay, I left that behind.
That heat index is pretty uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay, Mike, thank you. That will wrap up this edition of the Fairbanks Evening News. As always, we are glad you could join us.
We have some good news for you. KTVF now has a breaking news text alert. You can text BREAKING to 33733 to receive all of the latest from us. Standard message and data rates may apply.
All right, that sounds good. We're just adding to our arsenal of news here. Yeah. You can join us here 6 days a week at 6 and 11 or online anytime at webster11.com.
And now the
arsenal. I like that arsenal.
Yeah.
Arsenal
We've been talking
news for you.
We've been talking about lunch bites all this week, and we have some more for you tonight. Our director went out there today and was able to capture a really unique ukulele player. We're going to leave you with that.
The eye of the tiger.
And we'll see you later on tonight at 11.
Here we go. One man, one ukulele.